Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence. Welcome back to another video. And in today's episode, we're going to be going over 10 of my most recent acquisitions. And I'm also going to be giving you my rapid fire thoughts on each one of them. And I'm also going to be letting you know 5 of my favorite summer fragrances on this list and personal recommendations that I would make. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin this video and I go over my 10 most recent acquisitions, but also save the top 5 for the fragrances that I would recommend for the summertime, I think these are just going to be absolutely amazing for the summertime. I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, if you like top 10 videos just like this, but also giveaways, unboxings, special guests, and more, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner, and please also take a second of your time right now to give this video a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me. So as you know, I love purchasing fragrances all the time, and I spend quite a bit of money on fragrances for myself or for my wife and just for my collection in general. And I'm smelling fragrances all the time. You know, they're on my kitchen table, on my coffee table, you know the drill. So some of these fragrances I recently covered on my channel. There's probably 1 or 2 in this video that I look forward to actually dedicating a full review of on my channel. I'll let you know what it is when we get to it. But the first one that I want to talk about, I actually have reviewed. I'm not sure when I'm going to publish this video. Today's date is June 15th. I might not publish this video until July. And so this is going to be kind of an older video. But the first fragrance I want to talk about is Kenzo Flower Eau de Toilette. So the original Kenzo Flower came out a while back, and this is a reimagined version of the original. It's very pleasant. It's light, it's floral, it has a clean quality about it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Noah by Cacharel, and I mentioned that in my review. This one was composed by Alberto Morias, and he's actually done another fragrance on this list as well. So this one I really do enjoy. It's not one of my favorite women's releases of 2021 just yet. There is another one in here which I would put in the #1 spot, and if you saw that video, you already know which fragrance I'm getting ready to talk about. But the next fragrance I actually do look forward to reviewing, and despite the name, this is a fragrance that is not really built for summer. So this one is by the company Gucci, and it's called The Last Day of Summer. Honestly, this could have been called The First Day of Winter, just because it has like this thick pine resin quality about it. I was actually online and I saw that people were comparing it to Kilian Paris's Straight to Heaven, and people also, and I would make this comparison as well, Vert d'Essence by Tom Ford. And so I actually do find this to be similar to both of those fragrances, and I would recommend neither one of those fragrances for the summertime. But in any case, composed by Alberto Morias, again, I think this is an amazing fragrance. I personally really love it. It's warm, it's green, it's balsamic, it's a little spicy at the same time. Definitely look forward to wearing that one when it starts to get a little bit warmer out, or a little bit cooler out, not so warm out, I meant to say. The next fragrance I absolutely love. It's musky, it has heliotrope, it has plum, it's really deep and sensual. I love this fragrance so much, by Narciso Rodriguez. This is called For Her Musk Noir. I also did a review of this one, and so I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video. I'm gonna leave a card to that up here, but I really love this one. I think it's a great dressed up sort of a scent. It has that formal occasion vibe about it. Pleasantly musky, but very sensual with that plum and the heliotrope note that's in there. This next one is Mugler Ice Star. So this one is a little bit more carefree. So I purchased this one from Macy's. I got this one from MuglerUSA.com, which is the official website. And I actually like this one a lot because it reminds me of the previous year's Eau Croisier, or now that I think about it, Eau Croisier might have came out in 2019. I don't fully remember, but that one kind of reminds me of mango. And this has a little bit of that going on in here, but the actual note breakdown says pineapple and coconut with a little bit of that vanilla, patchouli, praline, earthy thing that's going on in the base that you're also familiar with probably from the original Angel. This one is amazing, and my wife loves this one too. She actually likes this one a lot more than this one, and this one she thought was okay. She wasn't crazy about it. She didn't try some of the others here, but she does actually enjoy this next one, which is available at Sephora. So this one by Marc Jacobs is called Daisy Oh So Intense. So the original Daisy we know has been around for a long time now. It's been flankered more than like a couple dozen times. And this is the Oh So Intense version. I do actually find it to be a little bit sweeter, a little bit deeper, a little bit more sensual, not as light and floral and airy as the original Daisy. This one was also composed by Alberto Moria, so he's done 3 fragrances in this list. I thought it was just the 2, and then this jogged my memory. But this one actually took away that characteristic violet note of the original Marc Jacobs Daisy. And so it does kind of go in a different direction, but I would still recommend that you try this one. I really, really enjoy it. And my wife really likes this one too. And I should also mention that my mother is very eager to try it, because as soon as my package arrived in the mail, I sent her a picture, and she's a huge Daisy fan. And so definitely check this one out if you find yourself in a Sephora anytime soon. The next fragrance is by a French company called Lumari Paris, and this one is called Almeria. Now, this one is, now we're getting into the summer-driven fragrances. The top 5 in this list are all absolutely incredible for the summertime. This is amazing. I love this one. It has this elemi resin in it. So it has like this piney balsamic quality, but it has like a lemony overtone. That's kind of what you can expect from elemi, but it also has a lot of spices in here like black pepper. And so this is a fantastic summer fragrance, but definitely the kind of fragrance that I would wear if you're looking for something to wear maybe in the evening when it starts to get a little bit cooler. Maybe if you're putting on a nice shirt and tie or a nice polo, you're gonna hang out with your significant other or a few friends. It's definitely the type of fragrance to fit that occasion. I think it's absolutely amazing. I look forward to reviewing this one on my channel as well. The next one is by the company Electimus London. So we went from Paris to London, and this one is called Mercurial Cashmere. Awesome, right? It has a lot of floral ingredients in here. So you have the violet, you have the iris, and that makes it super appropriate for the hotter weather. However, it also has vanilla, tonka bean, oud, and caramel in the base that really warms things up and really sweetens things up. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, if you like that smooth violet iris cashmere wood vibe that a lot of fragrances create, really check this one out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by it, and I'm personally a fan. The next fragrance I actually tried some time ago when it first came out, and I acquired it within the past month, I would say, and I have been wearing this a whole lot. This one by Xerjoff is called Apollonia. And this one has one of the most delightful iris notes in it that I've ever smelled. It's not that typical, lipstick iris, but it's nuanced by some other floral tendencies. And it also has this slight starchiness that just makes it come across smelling so natural, so warm and rich and organic. Absolutely love it. If you're a fan of floral fragrances and you like the note of iris, maybe from fragrances like Dior Homme, even though this smells very, very different, I would definitely recommend that you check this one out. I think spring and summer are the best seasons to wear Apollonia in. The next fragrance is by Orto Parisi. Again, recent acquisition of mine. This one is called Bergamask. This one is composed by Alessandro Gottieri, who also happens to be the nose behind Nasomato, which is a name that translates to crazy nose. And this one is a very simple composition. In the case of Orto Parisi and Nasomato fragrances, they don't reveal a note breakdown, but what I'm getting from this one is bergamot and musk. And the musk has this virility about it without being barnyard or animalic or anything like that. There's a touch of spice in there. So if somebody wants to say it's a little skanky, which I think is kind of a running theme among many of the fragrances. I know Mega Mare is an amazing fragrance for the summertime. I'm gonna be picking that one up soon. And then of course, they also have like Seminalis and Brutus and Stercus, and they have a lot of like darker fragrances, but this is definitely one of the more citrus driven fragrances from the brand, and I personally love it. I'm so glad that I picked it up. And the fragrance in my #1 spot is, I think, my wife's new favorite fragrance. She is absolutely obsessed with it, and she wore it to work today, and I didn't even know she did until I woke up and stepped into the living room, and I'm like, this is what she's wearing today. Absolutely amazing tropical vacation kind of a fragrance. If you just want to be reminded of being on the French Riviera or in the Caribbean or just on a tropical getaway where you have a drink in your hand, the sun is beaming, you are being suffused by the sun's rays. It's an amazing fragrance by the company Mancera, and this one is called Holidays. This is tiare flower, coconut, ylang ylang, bright citrus. This is vacation in a bottle. Yes, it does kind of give off like a suntan lotion vibe, but it's such an amazing fragrance. My wife is absolutely in love with it. And I actually mentioned in my unboxing video of that fragrance that my wife is a huge fan of fragrances like Coco Bello by Healy, James Healy. And she also really likes Virgin Island Water by Creed. And so this is right in that same DNA, in that same wheelhouse of the types of coconut-based fragrances that she absolutely adores. And I also really enjoy Holidays by Mancera. One of the best summer fragrances that you can pick up this year, especially if that coconut, beach, vacation, salty, aquatic, suntan lotion vibe is what you're into. Please check out Holidays by Mancera. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These have been 10 of my most recent acquisitions and me just giving you my rapid fire thoughts on each one of them. None of what I've had to say here on each one of these fragrances was truly comprehensive in the sense that my reviews might be comprehensive, but I just wanted to go over 10 of my most recent acquisitions just so you can see what I'm adding to my collection, either week by week or, you know, semi-monthly or monthly or whatever. I'm gonna try to make these videos more often as new fragrances come in. I think I'm currently expecting 3 fragrances to come in the mail. One of them is the new Naughton & Wilson fragrance. Another one is Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, so that should be coming soon. And then one other one that, Blue Electrique by Yves Saint Laurent, which Macy said isn't going to ship until later on in the month. So everybody else got it and reviewed it, and I gotta wait for it because they're on back order. But in any case, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your viewership and your time. It means a lot to me. So 10 of my most recent acquisitions and 5 that are absolutely amazing for the summertime. If you took something of value from this video, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner and please take a second to give this video a thumbs up. You have no idea how much it would help. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. We'll see you soon. Bye.